A look at the Palace of Auburn Hills, located about 20 miles outside of the city of Detroit on a snowy 28-degree night. Piston fans making their way in. The NBA on TNT is being presented by State Farm. It's the New York Knicks facing the Detroit Pistons. A look at the Eastern. Let's check out the starting lineups. The Knicks with Carmelo Anthony, Kristaps Porzingis, who has been struggling recently. Robin Lopez up front of the backcourt. Aaron Aflalo, the one-time Piston, and Jose Calderon makes his return after missing 4 games with a sprained groin. Detroit's lineup includes all-star Andre Drummond.
With lackluster energy in the last few games, which I think is the reason for their defensive decline. This team is led by their defense and energy first, which leads to their offense.
Silva knocks it. Jackson picked up on a switch by Porzingis. Silva for 3. Suffering from a slippage in focus that they have been overly satisfied with what they feel they've accomplished, coming off what was a brutal 17-win season. So Aaron Aflalo
putting their foot on the gas, and he understands, look, we've got somewhat of a young team. We've got a prodigy in Porzingis, but there's some other young guys as Reggie Jackson knocks down.
Jose Calderon and Lance Thomas replacing Kristaps Porzingis.
This is where you want the ball in the post with Melo. He can pass. He can...
So Galloway now working at the point. Anthony trying to get the pick. Nice backdoor pass for Lopez.
You love what Melo did there by occupying 2 defenders there when he came off that screen. And Lopez with a fantastic finish.
And a beautiful finish by Aflalo, and then it's put home by Lopez.
The best offensive rebounders, you want to attack them by trying to offensive rebound. As you see the
good recovery there by Melo.
Silva breaks it up. And here come the Pistons. Knicks do get back. Not far.
One there at the buzzer. Do you have to extend your defense or make changes?
We have to play defense before we can extend it. We don't have a lot of defense going on at the moment, so we'll have to change that here in a second.
Get a score. That's why they need to continue to push the pace. So much room to get easy shots when you do that.
Porzingis with a 3-pointer. Coach of Miami and Orlando is Magic going to the NBA Finals.
Why isn't any blue jerseys on the floor right here? Now, how can they just be outplaying us coming off a back-to-back with Stanley Johnson with the and one? I mean, you've got to decide they have, all the talent that they need. To me, sometimes just playing hard. Just go out there and play hard.
First, Reg, I agree with you. This starts with total effort. But once you don't believe in that locker room, then it gets contagious.
Edition Saturday at ESPN, Oklahoma City at Golden State, and ABC Sunday, Clippers at Miami, NBA TV Monday, Orlando at
the defensive end. Get some stops.
Johnson try to get it to Drummond. It's picked off.
Back-to-back stops here for the Knicks.
Anthony for 3. Continues to struggle. 1 for 5 from the field.
Make that 1 of 8. Between the backcourt of Calderon himself. What am I doing this for?
Final seconds. Jennings beat the Knicks down court.
That lack of effort as we talked about in the first half.
Now look at these shooting percentages. Anthony 3 of 11. Porzingis 1 for 7. Flalo 1 for 5. Nice on Anthony. Here's a backdoor pass. A wide open.
My goodness. Forget the private aviation.
Flalo. Well, he's hit from Atlanta. Drummond got the step. Kept alive. And he stops.
Anything is possible. Now is the time to start force feeding it.
Aflalo has found the
points, rebounds, free throw percentage. It's a breath of fresh air coming from the Phoenix Suns.
Average 2.5 left. 3rd quarter.
This has to be Reggie Jackson time.
Gets the pick from Baines, goes to the runner, and scores. And now Derek Fisher takes a timeout, 13-point lead. Question to myself many times. Anthony puts a move on Morris, kicks it out. Here is Aflalo. He feels it and knocks it down. Able to find the cutting Baines. Coming up on a minute left here in the third. Thomas back on the floor, played briefly in the first half. The Flottos have the hot hand, working on the rookie Johnson. And Johnson looking for Drummond, played by Porzingis. Beautiful spin by Drummond. What?
You make him put pressure on other guys, the better your offense has a chance to succeed.
14 and 12 for Drummond. Porzingis with his own spin move comes right back. It was a rout in the first half. The Knicks led down by 24 at halftime. What a move there by a Flotto. Drummond sets the pick. Beautiful move as Drummond sets the pick. Beautiful move as taking that shot, landing on his hip. Lopez off the turnover, and here is Galloway.
Floor, and he's wearing number 7 in blue.
Anthony using the pick from Lopez. Here's Carmelo to the rim. Lopez on the follow. Galloway. Thomas trying to set the pick. Galloway fires and hits.
Point. We took a lot of play out of Greg Popovich in San Antonio, having a little nasty at one of his games and led the Spurs to a big run.
Maybe 8. Coming up on 4 minutes to play here in the fourth. A Flotto with the cross court. Galloway off the pump fake. Galloway fires.
Some trepidation from the crowd. It makes you think about it as well.
Anthony played by Jackson on a switch. Gets it down low. Here's Thomas and he scores. 18 points for Stanley Johnson. Galloway wide open straight away for 3. Jackson missing on both. An 84% free throw shooting.
No shot blocker in for the Pistons right now. Expect them to attack the basket.
And that is exact. They put a couple of seconds on that shot clock. Now we're down to 5. Jackson fires it out. Tolliver. Yes! And Detroit by 1 after leading by as many as 27. An incredible comeback by the Knicks, but Knicks over the foul limit. Pistons have a foul to give. Both teams have timeouts remaining. Shot clock to 3. Jackson again. Detroit up by 5. Trying to pull it out. After they blew the Hughes lead, Flotto not able to hit. Rebounded by Morris. They have to foul, and they do. No. Morris will throw in. Brought it by Anthony on the inbounds. And Jackson is fouled now. Jackson with 8 points the last 58 seconds. 7-point lead. The Pistons in what has been an entertaining game. Not so much for the Knicks, particularly with that first half. And again, the foul is given. Vujacic.
The finish, though, of the Knicks and Pistons. Back to you, Mark.
All right, thank you, Ernie. Here's Vujacic on the follow. Pistons will go to 27 and 24. They have lost 3 of their last 4. Jackson is fouled. So the Knicks will drop to 4 games out of that 8th and final playoff berth. Here is Vujacic with 2.3 remaining.
Just to let you know that, yes, they have.
Vujacic foul. Why call the timeout?
Yeah.
Well, no more timeouts possible. They've run out. And that will do it. The Pistons hold on barely to defeat the Knicks 111 to 105. Marv Albert, Chris Forever, Reggie Miller.